I spent years trying to become a better storyteller. I was improving all the wrong things. Looking back, it wasn't just a mistake. It completely changed the direction of my career. The interesting part, I still see businesses making exactly the same mistake today. They invest in better cameras, better lighting, better editing, hoping better videos will solve the problem. But the problem usually isn't a video, and until you see it, you will keep creating content that people watch but don't remember. In this video, I want to show you the mistake I made, how I discovered it, and why it completely changed the way I approach every project today. When I was younger, I wanted to become an actress. Like many teenagers in Portugal, I dreamed about being part of Morangos com Açúcar. Years later, while studying social communication, I decided to take an extra course in television presenting. I genuinely thought, maybe this is what I want to do. The first exercise sounded simple: stand in front of the camera, read the script, present, then watch yourself back. But I froze. I completely lost my train of thought. When we watched the recording, I couldn't stop thinking, that doesn't even look like me. But something happened that day that I didn't understand until years later. While everyone else was talking about how they had performed, I walked into the control room. I wasn't interested in my performance anymore. I wanted to understand why the director had chosen that camera, why one shot felt stronger than another, why changing one decision changed the whole scene. That day, I stopped being fascinated by appearing in stories. I became fascinated by creating them. At the time, I thought I'd simply discovered the kind of work I enjoyed. Looking back, I think I had actually started asking the wrong question, and it took another project to finally understand why. During my master's in cinema, I directed my final short film. I wanted to tell a story that lived almost entirely in the character's inner space. It became the hardest project I'd ever worked on. Some members of the team left. The production became increasingly difficult. I seriously thought about giving up many times. When I had to assume the final edit, I remember opening the project, recovering every file, watching the timeline load, looking at everything we'd shot and thinking, I honestly don't know how I'm going to save this. Not because the footage was bad, because the story wasn't working. So I started experimenting, cutting scenes, moving scenes, watching, starting again, over and over, until something happened. The more I removed, the better the story became. That's why today, when someone sends me a briefing or hours of footage, the first conversation I have with myself isn't about editing. It's never which transition or footage should I use. It's always one question: what do I want people to remember after they have watched this? Because once I answer that, the story starts revealing itself. Looking back, I'm grateful I made that mistake, because it stopped me trying to make better videos and started teaching me something much more valuable: how people experience stories. The biggest mistake I made was thinking storytelling started with the camera. Every great story starts by understanding people. If this way of thinking resonates with you, there's a link in the description to our How We Work page at Digivate. Have a look and see whether what we do feels like the right fit for your business. If it does, there's a short form at the bottom where you can tell us a little more about your business. This wasn't just one lesson, it changed the way I think about every stage of the creative process. Over the next few videos, I will show you how it changed the way I direct, edit, and build long-form content that people actually remember. And if at some point you realize this is exactly how you want your business to communicate, you already know where to find us.